In today's video, I am going to teach you how to quickly remove empty rows in Excel using a helper column. This approach is simple and fast, and it helps you remove rows that do not contain any meaningful data without accidentally deleting parts of your dataset. To begin, make sure you have your spreadsheet open and your data is already laid out in rows. Next, you will add a blank helper column next to your existing data. Look for the column that sits right after your current data range, and select cell E2, assuming your helper column starts in column E. Take a moment to confirm you are placing E2 in the correct column and starting on the first row of actual data. This matters because the formula will be copied down, and you want it aligned with the rows you want to check. Now you will enter a counting formula that evaluates whether each row contains any text entries. In the selected cell E2, type =count A, A2, D2, and press Enter. As soon as you press Enter, Excel will calculate a number for that row. The count A function counts the non-empty cells within the range you provided, which in this example is A2 through D2. This means it checks how many cells in that row contain text or values, rather than whether the row looks empty at a glance. If the row has no content in those columns, the result will be 0. If it has content, the result will be higher. After you see the result in E2, the next step is to apply the same logic to all your other rows. Click and drag the cell fill handle down column E through your rows. The fill handle is the small square in the bottom right corner of the active cell. As you drag downward, Excel copies the formula and automatically adjusts the row references. So E3 counts A3 through D3, E4 counts A4 through D4, and so on. When you finish dragging, you should see a column of numbers in the helper column, where empty rows show 0 and populated rows show counts greater than 0. Once the helper column is filled, you are ready to filter the sheet. At the top of the Excel window, click the Data tab on the top ribbon menu. This is where Excel gives you filtering and sorting tools. After you select the Data tab, click the Filter Funnel button. This will apply drop-down arrows to your header row, typically row 1, which makes it possible for you to show only the rows you want. Next, look at your header row and find the helper column header cell, which is E1 in this example. Click the drop-down arrow icon inside that header cell, and a filter menu will appear. This menu lets you choose exactly which helper column values you want to display. Since the goal is to isolate the empty rows, you will use the numeric options provided by the filter. In the filter drop-down for E column, first you will uncheck Select All. This clears the default selection, so you can choose only what you need. Then, check the box next to 4. This is the option you select to isolate complete rows according to the helper column results in your dataset. Finally, click OK to apply the filter. After you do this, Excel will hide the rows that do not match your filter criteria and show only the rows you want to work with. At this point, you have successfully isolated the rows that meet the condition defined by the helper column. You can now review the filtered results to ensure the rows shown are the ones you intend to remove. Because filtering does not permanently delete anything by itself, this step is a safe way to confirm before you take the final action. When you are satisfied with the rows displayed, you can proceed with removing them, knowing you are using an objective count from the helper column to guide the decision. And that covers everything you need to know. And that is all there is to it.